to welcome someone up to the stage. Arrested in Clay Clout Sound as a blockade coordinator, Zipporah was charged with 857 aiding and abetting criminal charges in 1993. She is a longtime environmentalist and strategist. She is now Deputy Director of Stand.earth and previously was appointed by Premier Rachel Notley as the co-chair of the Oil Sands Advisory Group. So, you know what? I always kind of think it's weird. Like, why did they say the Honorable Justin Trudeau? They should be like, the shame Justin Trudeau. Am I right? So I feel like all these speakers coming up, they should be the Honorable. So let's welcome up the Honorable Zipporah.
Thank you, Cedar. So, the night that Justin Trudeau was elected, I cried. I cried after 9 years of the Harper government because I believed him. Sunny ways. It was going to be different.
You're a woman!
I thought that it was a dream come true. And now it feels a little bit today like a nightmare. Justin Trudeau, I told my kids that you were going to be different.
He's a liar!
When you said
He's a con man!
that Canada was back on climate change, when you said that we were going to have a different relationship with Indigenous peoples, I believed you.
So did I! I'm a
So now we own a pipeline. So now we're the proud owners of a leaky, expensive, on the rocks, unwanted pipeline. They say that it's going to create jobs. Cornell said today 3,000 jobs that Kinder Morgan is going to create. So does that mean they're creating jobs for about 1.8 million a job? Is that much? It costs that much to create a job in Canada? Imagine for a minute that we had a government that was actually going to use Canadian families' money, billions of dollars for new hospital beds, for hundreds of schools, to fund a national pharmacare program.
clean water!
You know, for only $1 billion, we could ensure housing for everyone who is currently unhoused or living in unsafe housing in the downtown east side. For 30 years. That's how much it would cost. $1 billion for 30 years. To solve the national housing crisis, is estimated that it would cost $4 billion. How about we do that instead, Justin Imagine if we actually had a government that was designing policy for people and not just for the polluters. Imagine that. You know, there are moments in history that our governments fail us, that they are captured by one industry, by the status quo that just has too much political influence. Moments when it's really clear that they're failing us. Moments when we're called to stand up. This is one of those moments. So I think right now we need to give a shout out to the 240 people who have already stood up. To the 200. climate change. Both governments promised to respect the rights of Indigenous people, but like the governments before them, they are held hostage to the oil industry. The fact is, oil is corrosive. It's corroding our pipelines, it's corroding our democracy, it's corroded these politicians. It's time for us to stand up to the oil industry. It's time for us to let our political leaders know that there are consequences for bad decisions like this. So today, the Trudeau government said they did this to ensure certainty. Well, today I'm certain. I'm certain that they have motivated thousands of people by this decision. I'm certain that because of this decision, our numbers will grow. Many of you have worked for years to stop this pipeline, and before that, the Gateway Pipeline. I know it's a long haul. Many of you know the facts, you've been concerned, you know the risks. But today the Trudeau government turned all of that concern and all of that knowledge into motivation, because there is little that motivates as much as betrayal. I knocked on doors for the Trudeau government. I was appointed by Premier Notley to co-chair her oil sands advisory group because it was a new day. After 44 years of a far-right government in Alberta, we finally had a progressive government that was talking about building a clean future for Canada. That's what the Trudeau government promised us too, but they betrayed us. I actually believe that they were serious when they talked about a just transition off fossil fuels. They criticized the Harper government's pipeline processes. They promised us science-based decision-making, democratic processes. But then what happened? They made a backroom deal together before the ministerial panel was even complete. It's not okay. It's not okay that the fire marshal in Burnaby have told the citizens in Burnaby that they are unsafe because that tank farm is supposed to be expanded right next to schools. It's not okay that Indigenous people are being ignored. The world is changing, yet we're hearing PR jargon that we need to build an oil sands pipeline in order to ensure clean air and fight climate change. This is propaganda masking as policy, and we're not going to stand for it. This moment that we are living in is the tipping point for industrial society. 9 countries have already announced that they're going to ban the fossil fuel car. Last year, there was more investment in renewable energy globally than oil, coal, and gas combined. Make no mistake about it, we are living the tipping point, and we will build a low-carbon economy, but it's not by building more pipelines. So thank you all for coming today. Organize your families, organize in your communities. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Join the protecttheinlet.ca coalition online. Sign up to leadnow.ca for actions at MP offices on Monday. This is how history is made. History is made It's us!